admission. Koladaisi University, Ibadan, offers discounts on tuition to the first 200 applicants for the 2020-2021 academic session. Candidates who scored not less than 160 in the last UTME or with 4 points in the JUPEB and IGMB, as well as OND and NC holders can apply. For further inquiries, call 070-379-53524, 081-251-18443, and 090-988-71712, or log on to www.koladaisiuniversity.edu.ng or visit our campus at kilometer 18 Ibadan Oyo Expressway. Koladaisi University, Ibadan, advancing the frontiers of knowledge.
Splash FM 105.5.
Quick, charge at 240.
Hot news, cool vibes, sports, and more on the Integrity Station.
Well, good morning and welcome to the first edition of Business Splash for this week on Splash 105.5 FM. In this package, we have for you stories on petroleum hike, railway, exportation, agriculture, as well as some stock reports. My name is Charity Jerome. First, the business news headlines. NNPC says no plan to increase petrol price, cautions against panic buying. Nigeria Railway Corporation plans 16 trips along Lagos-Ibadan rail line. Sokoto State begins export of onions to neighboring countries, and Lagos to host stakeholders' engagement on red meat value chain. Details of these and more shortly. The Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, has advised motorists to stop panic buying of premium motor spirits, PMS, also known as petrol, saying it has no plans to increase the ex-depot price in March. NNPC disclosed this in a statement by its spokesman, Dr. Kenny Obatero, in Abuja. The price determines how much marketers will sell to motorists at their various fuel stations. Dr. Battery also cautioned petroleum product marketers not to engage in arbitrary price increase or hoarding of petrol in order not to create artificial scarcity and unnecessary hardship for Nigerians. He added that the corporation had enough stock of petrol to keep the nation well supplied for over 40 days and urged motorists to avoid panic buying. Meanwhile, the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, has advised Nigerians to stop panic buying as well and stocking of petroleum motor spirits, popularly known as petrol. The National Public Relations Officer of IPMAN, Alhaji Suleiman Yakubu, gave the advice in an interview in Abuja. Yakubu fielded questions on the long fuel queues recorded at some fueling stations in Abuja. He decried the panic purchases and long queues witnessed in various fueling stations across the nation's capital. Yakubu, however, said that crude oil price has gone up and it has affected the price of products. He assured Nigerians that normal supply of petroleum products will soon be restored since loading has commenced at various depots. The Nigeria Railway Corporation has put plans together to operate 16 trips daily along the Lagos-Ibadan rail when it is fully operational. Managing Director of the NRC, Fidet Ohidia, said this to journalists during an inspection tour of ongoing railway projects along the standard gauge. Ohiria explained that work had begun on e-ticketing for Lagos-Ibadan and should be expected in 6 months' time. The NRC boss said the corporation received 9 freight locomotives and 2 shuttle locomotives, out of which 2 were taken to Itakpewori because of the great prospect due to the AKK project. In the meantime, Governor Samuel Otim has again called on the federal government to institute a probe into contracts awarded for the establishment of the rural grazing area Ruga settlements in parts of the country. The governor made the call while declaring open the National Executive Council meeting and General Assembly of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, in Makurdi. He said, though majority of Nigerians rejected Ruga, the contracts had already been awarded, saying it is, however, the right of the people to know what became of the funds. Governor Otim emphasized that Benue was the first to reject the concept of Ruga because it was deceptive and against the interest of the people of the state, who are predominantly farmers. He said it was necessary that funds earlier earmarked for Ruga projects be recovered and utilized for the National Livestock Transformation Plan.
From 2017 to 2018, I wrote 5 good letters to the presidency, alerting them, especially when this threats came. And I knew that Benue was as the front border. I did, and no action was taken. I wrote to the security agencies, no action was taken. And as you can hear, and there are other press interviews that Mayatiala came out clearly and accepted that they took responsibility for the killings in Benue and other parts of Middle Belt. And those people are in Abuja under heavy protection of the security forces of this country. Nobody have invited them for a question when they took responsibility, as these people have said.
To other news now, the Lagos State government is to host stakeholders' engagement on red meat value chain as part of efforts to revamp the red meat industry. The State Commissioner for Agriculture, Ms. Abisola Olusonya, made the disclosure in a statement in Lagos. Olusonya said that the engagement would hold on March 3rd, 2021 at the Adeyemi Bero Auditorium, Lagos State Secretariat, Alausa, Ikeja. She listed those expected at the event to include members of the Abattoir Concessionaire Forum, an Executive Council and Board of Trustees of the Lagos State Butchers Association. According to the official, the others include members of the Lagos State Butchers Association from each abattoir and slaughterhouse. She said that the engagement had become imperative in order to sensitize stakeholders on the best practices in the production of wholesale or wholesome meat. The commissioner said that the engagement will also be to ensure the success of the reforms in the value chain. The national president of the National Onion Producers, Processing and Marketers Association of Nigeria, Malam Aliyu Meitasuma, has debunked the rumor of movement of onion to neighboring countries due to the Shasha crisis. The national president of the association disclosed this while responding to journalists in his office in Sokoto. He dismissed the rumor, which he described as imagination of the rumor carriers. He said his association embarked on the exportation of onions to neighboring countries to boost their marketing strategy. He disclosed that the association has been exporting their produce to some of these countries, but only make it a formal business with proper documentation with relevant agencies.
The fact that Nigeria export onion to Niger Republic, Ghana, Burkina Faso, Benin Republic, Mali, Cote d'Ivoire, etc. There is need to diversify the economic base of the country and create jobs.
Well, it's now time for us to link up with Femi Ojo for some stock exchange reports.
Good morning to you, Harding. It was was a summary of trading activities on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange all throughout last week. A total turnover of 1.930 billion shares worth 20.656 billion naira in 24,687 deals was traded by investors on the floor of the exchange, in contrast to a total of 1.541 billion shares valued at 18.235 billion naira the exchange hands the previous week in 22,752 deals. The financial service industry, measured by volume, led the activity chart with 1.450 billion shares valued at 15.070 billion naira traded in 14,236 deals, thus contributing 75.11% and 72.96% to the total equity turnover volume and value respectively. The conglomerate industry followed with 154.906 million shares worth 179.673 million naira in 798 deals. The third place was the consumer goods industry with a turnover of 111.782 million shares worth 2.270 billion naira in 3,865 deals. Trading in the top three equities, namely Wema Bank PLC, Zenith Bank PLC, and First Bank Holdings PLC, measured by volume, accounted for 782.167 million shares worth 8.914 billion naira in 4,624 deals, contributing 40.52% and 43.15% to the total equity turnover volume and value respectively. In summary, 19 equities appreciated in price during the week, lower than 39 equities in the previous week. 44 equities depreciated in price, higher than 33 equities the previous week, while 99 equities remain unchanged, higher than 90 equities recorded the previous week. That was the summary of trading activities on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange for last week, Monday to Friday. Join me on Wednesday when I bring you the summary of today's trading and that of tomorrow's trading. I am Femi Ojo. Have a blessed week and bye-bye.
Well, thank you so much, Femi. And that's it on Business Splash for today on Splash 105.5 FM, your integrity station. Join us again on Wednesday for another fresh edition. I'm Charity Jerome. Good morning, and thank you for listening.
Quick, Charger